right, welcome back. Today we're going to peek behind the curtain. We're going inside the blueprint of a seriously powerful new software tool. To see how these technical specs actually get turned into something that solves a huge real-world problem. We're talking about how code, data, and smart design all come together to help businesses make these incredibly high-stakes financial decisions. So, let's put you in the driver's seat. Imagine you own an asset that's worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. It is literally the backbone of your business. Now, what do? Do you sell it? Do you replace it? Refinance it? Talk about a nail-biting decision, right? The stakes are huge, and one wrong move could seriously set you back for years. Well, that exact problem, that's what this new generation of software is built to solve. This isn't about just making a guess or, going with your gut. It's about giving you the tools to make that choice with total, data-driven confidence. Okay, so at the very heart of this thing is what they call the scenario studio. And honestly, the best way to think about it is like a financial flight simulator. It lets you test fly all your big moves, all these critical decisions, and see exactly what the financial impact will be before you ever have to commit a single dollar. It's pretty cool. So, how does a simulator like this actually work? Well, it's designed to guide you, step by step, through modeling every single possible outcome of your decision. The whole workflow is just super logical. First up, you analyze what a potential sale would look like. The engine, it just instantly crunches all the numbers, all the complex tax stuff that goes with it. Then you model what it would look like to buy a replacement, and it factors in all these really powerful depreciation methods. And then, here's the best part. It puts it all side by side so you can compare the scenarios and see the real bottom line impact.
And when it comes to taxes, the details really matter. For instance, the engine automatically calculates something called Section 1245 recapture. Now, that's just a fancy term for the tax you have to pay when you sell equipment for more than its depreciated value. But here's the thing. You don't need to be a tax lawyer. That expertise is just built right in. No nasty surprises down the road.
And it's the same deal if you're looking at a new purchase. The software instantly applies these really powerful depreciation methods like makers, and it shows you exactly how buying that new asset would lower your tax bill. These are the kinds of details that can absolutely make or break a decision.
So, after all that complex behind-the-scenes number crunching, the software gives you this. Just an incredibly simple, crystal clear picture. You can see right here, selling brings in a chunk of cash, and hey, your debt ratio improves. But replacing? That means taking on a new loan. The right choice just becomes so obvious when the numbers are laid out this clearly.
But it's not just about knowing the answer for yourself. It's about being able to act on it. And with just a single click, you can export a totally verified report that's ready to go straight to your banker or your CPA. That path from decision to action, it's basically seamless. Okay, so knowing the financial impact of a decision, that's one thing. But knowing when to actually pull the trigger, that's the next level of strategy, right? Even the best plan can be totally wrecked by bad timing. And that's exactly what this next feature is designed to tackle. So, to solve for that timing problem, the system integrates a commodity tracker. Think about it. If you're in agriculture, for example, the price of corn or the cost of diesel can completely change the math on a decision. This feature pulls in all that real-time market data to give you that essential context. But here's the really clever part. The software takes all that market noise, all those fluctuating prices, and it boils it all down into a simple headwind or tailwind score. So a strong tailwind tells you, hey, prices are in your favor. This is a great time to sell. A headwind, it suggests maybe you want to hold off for a bit. It turns all that complexity into one simple actionable signal. It's brilliant.
Okay, so we've got a powerful simulation engine, we've got a market timing tool. That's a lot of power. But how do you make it all easy to use? Well, the answer is smart automation. You let AI do the heavy lifting.
And let me tell you, this makes all the difference. The old way, you're sitting there with stacks of invoices, loan documents, manually typing in dozens and dozens of figures. Ugh. The new way, you just upload the file. An AI scans the document and just pulls out all the critical data for you. Interest rates, balances, you name it. It saves a ton of time and, more importantly, gets rid of those little human errors.
And the AI doesn't stop there. It actually helps you understand the results. It's not just going to spit out a table of numbers at you. No, it gives you a natural language summary. It explains why one option is better than another, connecting all the dots between complicated tax codes and what the market's doing, all in plain English.
Now, this isn't about just blindly handing the keys over to a robot, and this is critical. Every single piece of data that the AI pulls out, it requires a human to review it. It's that partnership, AI for speed and efficiency, and a human for that final oversight. That's what really builds the trust you need to actually rely on these results.
And that word right there, trust, is the foundation of this whole system. I mean, when you're talking about a tool that's guiding decisions this big, trust isn't just some feature on a list. It's everything. So, how does the blueprint build that trust? Well, it's done in a few key ways. First, all the calculations are reviewed by CPAs. The tax law database, it's constantly being updated. Every single report contains a full audit trail so you can see how every number was calculated, and all the connections to partners are totally secure. The bottom line is, every number is verifiable. That trust even extends to how the tool talks to the outside world. It uses these things called secure APIs to connect to other systems. Now, the easiest way to think of an API is like a specialized waiter. It securely takes your request over to a partner, say an auction house, and brings back just the information you need without you ever having to share all your private data. It's super secure. Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to a number like this. This isn't just an abstract figure. This could be the actual profit difference between selling at the right time versus the wrong one or choosing the best replacement option. This is the tangible, real-world value of making a better decision.
So, when we look back at this whole blueprint, we've really seen the entire story play out. We've seen how all these abstract specs for tax engines, AI models, and APIs, they all come together to create this incredibly powerful tool. A tool that can transform one of the most stressful decisions a business can make into a clear, confident choice.
And that leaves us with one final big question. We've seen how this works for asset management, specifically in agriculture. But as these kinds of decision-making engines get smarter, more powerful, and more integrated, you have to wonder, what industry will they transform next?